hardest way to compete the Dakar is on a motorbike, no doubt about that. But how do you ride a rally raid bike? Here's Cyril Desprez with your answer.
Every rider has his own particularity. I spent a lot of hours standing up on the bike. That's my style of riding. It's a little bit exhausting for the legs, but at least I can see far ahead. I can see the obstacles, the dunes, the trees, the dry rivers, and when a fellow rider is ahead, I focus on him. Here in Chile, there's a lot of sand. Most of the time, you want to stand up. And standing up, you don't want to be too much in front of the bike. The weight of the rider on the front wheel makes the bike wobbly. So I put myself slightly on the rear. The legs shouldn't be too straight or too flexed. It's a balance. The faster we arrive on an obstacle, the more we must be solid and make one with the bike, not to be shaken like a puppet on each side. The control of the bike is made by the balance of the rider. When it starts to move, the body must stay perpendicular to the ground. While the bike is leaning, we try to push on the pegs. The body will try to keep straight, whereas the bike is leaning. It's one of my tips, but you must know that on a 500-kilometer stage, I completely use up the brake pad, but I use rear brake to make the bike sit. I want to anchor it to the ground to limit the slide. Usually the rear brake slows down the speed. In my case, I try to get the maximum traction. It helps me a lot.